Cerroti here, Recall Technologies. I wanted to explain what ransomware was, how it affects law firms, and how you guys can avoid that. As I'm recording this, the pipeline ransomware issue just occurred a couple weeks ago, and I'm getting a lot of questions about it. So ransomware is not a virus. I don't want you to think that ransomware is a virus and antivirus can stop ransomware. You need special anti-ransomware means to do this. So how do you get ransomware? You generally get ransomware if you don't have email protections or web protections because they mostly come through email and through the web. So you would click on a link or an email or go to a website, it'll download something in the background, everything's in the background, you're not going to know what's happening. And then when you start to open up documents in the back end, maybe your map drive, M drive, S drive, whatever you got in your firm, you're going to find that the file is going to not be able to open and you're going to get an error. And then you're going to keep going down the list. You can't open this document, you can't open that document. And what happens in the back end is everything becomes encrypted with a password. And then usually the hackers allow you information in the form of a text document on how to recover the documents because they want to get paid. That's the name of the game for them. They want to encrypt, they want you to pay the ransom, and then they want to get paid, and then they will decrypt your documents. I've never been part of a ransomware situation where they do not decrypt the documents. When you think about it, it's logical. They want to get their ransom, and they want to do it again to you, so they want to keep encrypting your files and then keep making money and proving to you that they're going to give your data back. So that's actually a fact. That's something to consider. So at that point, you got to work with your IT company to decrypt your data through the ransom if you don't have a backup. So what's really common that I find, we get a lot of calls when law firms are in the middle of ransomware. They don't know what to do. Their IT people are not responsive or restoring the data, or they can't restore the data. Or the biggest thing we find is the firm data partially is backed up. Some things are backed up, but other things are not. That happens when I feel some firms want to lower the backup cost and like, I don't need that, or I don't need this. And then you get ransomware, and then you need everything. So I've been a part of certain things. We've gotten random frantic calls from law firms around the country where they have a partial backup, and then they realize they need that other archival data, and then they have to pay the ransom. So they might have had a backup in place, but they still have to pay a ransom, which could be, it's paid in encrypted currency, which is Bitcoin generally. It could be anywhere between $2,000 to $6,000 to $12,000. Depends on the entity. It depends on how much data is encrypted, because that information is fed back to the hackers. So in that respect, you have to decrypt your data if you don't have a backup. The best way to secure against ransomware is a full backup of your system that is offsite, that is not affected, because a lot of other times you could have a backup and then your backup gets encrypted. I've seen law firms where that happens all the time. What's the point of the backup? If you're going to have a backup on-prem, if you're going to back up to a USB drive, please, solo practitioners, do not back up to USB. That stuff will be encrypted if you get ransomware. It's going to be a waste. You spent $100 on a Western Digital drive for nothing. All right, have an offsite backup, have something secure, because when you get ransomware, it's not going to help you, that's for sure. That's about it. That's what ransomware is in a nutshell. Maybe I'll do another video where I go a deep dive into it. But that's about it. If you have any other questions about ransomware or this or how your firm is protected against ransomware, give me a call. I'm Ross, I'm with Recall, and I'll see you next time.